Dunia ile samburera, oh, najifundea. And I love the lyrics of that song. Dunia yetu samburera, bona wazimu mai. The meaning of samburera is talking about, samburera is the name of a little boy. And I don't know if I am his mother or someone who talked to this boy. But this boy could be African, American, European, from anywhere in the world. Because it talks about this powerful man who sometimes do things that are not good for their people, you see? And I said, just don't be afraid by these people. They are already part of the past. You are the future. So keep quiet and wait for your time. They are already the past. The future is you. That is in general. My name is Khadja Nin. I was born in Burundi 64 years ago. I'm a singer and songwriter. Music changed the course of my life, considering that at the age of 22, I was an orphan, a widow, mother of 3 years old little boy, alone, far from my home. As many artists, I started singing in a choir in the Cathedral Regina Mundi of Bujumbura, but I could never have imagined making music my profession. It was not even a dream. It was so far away because at that time, in the, let's say, in 70s, become an artist was unthinkable. No promoters, no studio, no structure to learn. So I want to say it was just impossible. But I can also say that today here in Rwanda, you have all of that, which is a blessing. Because at that time, we were listening to the music from outside, like Miriam Makeba, James Brown, Tina Turner, Rochereau, of course, and French music. That was our life. And I came to music by chance because I met a musician, producer, musician, composer, a giant called Nicolas Fisman, Belgian musician. And we started slowly, because in between, music was not in my life. I met my husband when I was 17 years old. I married at 18, I had my son at 19. I was in my life until he died, of course. And he died in Europe. I didn't know nothing about Europe. I was young. And I stayed there. I stayed there, working 70 days a week at 365 days a year. I was doing like, when you are poor, you do everything. You have 2-3 jobs, plus a little boy. So it was hard time and music was very, very far from me. So I met this musician, Nicolas Fisman, and I don't know, I cannot even say how we started. And we started to write songs, and automatically it comes to me in Swahili, naturally. Swahili, Kirundi, and they say, why don't you sing in French? I say, come on, I don't feel comfortable. I speak French very well, but it's not my language. I felt that I cannot put all my feelings, all my wishes in that language, even if I speak it very well. So I said to myself, oh, yes, it will be much easier if you sing in French or in English. I say, écoute, I don't do music to please someone. I do music like it comes. If it doesn't work, there is no problem. Maybe it will work because it's sincere. You know, there's nothing behind. It's sincere. It's the way I do it. I cannot do it because they say me to do it. So we write maybe 12 or 13 songs. Then we go to BMG Belgium, which is a major company, music company. We give them our work and they get crazy. If I can talk about a song that make me popular, worldwide, of course, is Samborera. But before that, Wale Watu was had quite success, especially in Africa. I don't know why they are so touched by that Wale Watu. Music is something. Music is the best way to live, I tell you. If it works well, it's the best place to live because it brings you in places that you never thought you would reach in your life. So there are many moments, but let me tell you just one, because it's concerning Africa, and it was in Sun City in South Africa. I don't know what was the event, I don't care. I just remember that I wrote a song for Nelson Mandela when he went out of jail. So I wrote a song like almost all artists at that time. Mandela was, when he was really Nelson Mandela. Okay, and I wrote that song, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, Mzemadiba, Baba Yetu. So I went in South Africa, then I heard that Nelson Mandela will be there. Hey, I say, it's the time. No, Wale Watu Sambolera. Oops. No. Today is Mzee Mandela. So I get that chance to perform, to sing that song for him, in front of him. And then when I went back backstage, I was like this with Michael Jackson. I said, what is this? So I met Michael Jackson at the same time. This is something unforgettable because it won't happen, never happen. And I must say, when I wrote that song about Mandela, it was because before he went out of jail, and then he went out of jail, and it was perfect to sing that song for him. Yeah, and I met at the same time Mandela and Michael Jackson. Music was my world for about 10 years. And of course, yes, I stopped music, but for good reason for me. You know, when you pass through hard times in your life, you are free. No one will come to tell you what to do, what is best, And exactly in 90s was the time of, comment ça s'appelle, boys bands, girls bands, you know, and record companies start to think that they can create themselves artists. So they start to interfere in their creation. You know, for example, to say, can you do? We think that it would be nice to do a duet with, don't know who. No. Or sing in English or in French. No. No, I am who I am. If it doesn't suit you anymore, then we stop. There's no problem. And I didn't like that universe anymore. It was marketing universe than music universe. And that's why I stopped music, because I believe that we can live many life in one. So that's what I do. I travel, I meet people all around the world. With my husband, we travel by car, total autonomy. We sleep in the car, we cook in the car, and we went to everywhere. From Ushuaia to Cape North, from China to America, we went everywhere by car. About la Triennale de Kigali, when they approached me to be one of the curators, because we are two of us, there is always, for dance, for cinema, etc., there is Rwanda and another from outside. So I am both with the Hervé Twahirwa as curator music for music. And then when they came to me and explain me what we are going to do, I said to myself, wow, I'm blessed because I will have an impact, because the triennial, especially for the whole artists who will be there, it is in reality, for make it simple, it is a market. People will come from far to see if there is artists to bring outside. I'm talking about music now. And our role with Hervé is really to go everywhere and try to find musicians, singers who are able to jump on stage and make it. Not who have to we have to coach. We are not coach, because these people who come from outside, they come to see artists that they want. It's a business. It's their business. So we have to show them that we have artists who have everything. Not more than a potential. Everything. All package. Would they have all package because it's a serious thing. I don't want them to go back and say, come on, went to Rwanda, there was nothing. Come on, we No. We want them to go and say, oh, come on, I wanted to take the whole artist because it's not possible. They're so good. That's why it was very clear that they have to be ready to jump on any stage in the world. And the one we saw, they are ready to dazzle the world. Sure. Here in Rwanda, of course, there is no music industry yet. But Rwanda, there were so many priorities before we reached to build a music industry. But which is sure that the people in charge start to understand that music is an industry. They have to keep an eye on it and to help it, not only to have a school or, coaching or no, also to build the industry of music, studios, managers who can go abroad and learn, or take them from abroad for the beginning, because if you don't have, you don't have. But you can have managers who can manage from outside, from United States, Europe, who can come and 1, 2, 3, who can come and manage at the beginning. And in between, we will have, when most of the time, when Rwandan artists will be much known, it comes alone. It comes alone. But it wasn't, I don't think it was the priority of priorities. Of course, when we do that, when we do that auditions, I talk to them. I say, music is not about singing or playing music. Music is about to show who you are, to give something to people, to found your own personality, your own world, your own universe that you can bring people in. And that's it. But no, that is not it's not an easy way to go. I had chance. I didn't have chance before I sing, but when I started singing, it was all doors were opened, which is not usual. The thing is, no one can tell you what to do as a musician, because you are who you are. You are unique. The only thing I can tell you is that don't think that you just sing magnifique. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. You have to really think about what you want to give to people, to yourself first and to others. If you give nothing to yourself, you have nothing to give. So if you want to sing like Beyonce, sorry, Beyonce is already there. So it's a waste of time. You can be inspired. We are all inspired. I was maybe inspired by, that's why I did that mixed music, because I was inspired, of course, by Miriam Makeba, by, I don't know, so many. So inspiration is okay, copy is not okay. What we are doing here is to try to give that opportunity to not only artists from Rwanda, also we have from Burundi, from Zimbabwe, from I don't know where. So it's not only about Rwanda. But when these people will come back every 2-3 years, slowly, other people will come with them from the industry, you know, record companies, maybe they will have an international contract, and slowly this industry will born and be strong, because it is something our decision makers have to keep an eye. And I know that because when I see these superstars from Nigeria, from somewhere come to perform here, it means that, you know, it starts. And that is fantastic. My dream is to have the Rwandan artists to go to perform in Nigeria instead of have Nigerian here in Rwanda, but it will come. It will come, and that is why we are working. When you are African, until today, when you are African, especially women, you feel like you have a responsibility. When you go on the step, on the red carpet of Cannes, you feel that you have responsibility to make your people, your continent proud. Not to make me shy and say, oh, yeah, what is this? So you have that responsibility to behave well, because you represent so many people behind you. And you know that they are ready to say, you see that African. Of course they're African. No, I want them to say, wow, what is this? Africa is in the place, and Africa is beautiful. We have that responsibility till now. And we have to know, I told them too, to the young artists, don't forget that you represent. So until the day when you have so many artists that you represent only yourself, but until today we represent. And I know everywhere I go in Africa, you have these little girls and boys, but these young artists who say, oh mama, I love you so much. It's because of you I sing. I love the way you sing. I love the way, This is fine for me. It's just the best compliment I can have. But it's a responsibility.